Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? Breakdown meeting on a Sunday night. We like Sundays. All right. Let's make sure we connected everywhere. And we're going to get started. Welcome in, everybody. Shoot me a like. Send us a wave. Let us know you're here. And we going to get started. This lighting is man, pre-production is crazy. Trying to make sure everything is right. Making sure we good. Tonight we're gonna talk about. I saw the light. I didn't see the light, but I saw the light. I see you in here. I appreciate you for being here. So tonight we're gonna talk about. Well, I had to pivot because I had another topic I wanted to cover, and I made a last minute decision to pivot and talk about something else. So we can talk about later on why I went away from that topic, but in the meantime, we'll talk about something else, right? And it's similar topics, but they're different at the same time. All right. What's up, friends? Thank you for being here. We appreciate your time, as always, at Brick Dot Media. All right. Brick Dot Media, we up. And we are live.
Breakdown meeting.
We are live. What's going on, Bomb Squad? I'm glad that I have the ability to be in front of you guys tonight, and we're going to have a good conversation. I have a video that I want to share with you guys, and it's pertaining to workers at UPS. And I thought about it long and hard about talking about this video and sharing this video. I'm sure maybe a lot of you have seen this video, maybe not. And I thought about it long and hard of the optics of it, of sharing it. But, I think it makes for good conversation. And whenever we have these topics that it might be hard to talk about, or not to say embarrassing, but, just hard to talk about, that doesn't mean you don't talk about it. That means you probably should have an adult conversation, a mature conversation, and maybe we can mine out some things and figure some things out. But we're going to share that video just in a minute. And you just hold tight. All right, hold tight. Thanks for the likes. We appreciate it, everybody. I see familiar faces in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Kev B, what's up? He said, I don't know how you do it. I can't stand talking about UPS on my days off. I got to give it to you. Well taken. I appreciate it. One thing about me, I can talk about anything, anytime, anywhere. And that's part of the reason why I made this channel, because to a lot of people that know me, y'all know, if everybody else leaves the room, I'm probably the last one in the room standing there talking, thinking people still there, but I'm talking to myself. I talk a lot. I love talking. I love engaging with people. I love talking about everything. It just so happened is I made this channel with my intention to help and give insight. And so that's why we're doing it. And I appreciate everything. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the likes. And obviously we're going to keep going. And I appreciate the love. All right. And we here on a Sunday night. We like to do Sunday nights because based on my analytics, we get a lot of people here on Sunday night and Mondays. And we'll probably do Thursday as well. But we love Sundays. We in Texas, it's getting a little warmer, so work tomorrow is gonna be not as cold as it was last week. So we're looking forward to it. And like I said, I feel privileged to be in front of y'all. Privileged. I do not take it for granted. I will tell you thank you every day I see you. Even the days you're not here, still thank you for the support. All right. Darren Jarvis says, crazy as my center is, I want to know, is it the same everywhere? Yes. And yes. Well, for the most part, I can't say everywhere because I haven't been everywhere, but for the most part, it's the same. It's chaotic. It's a lot of moving parts. It's just, it's all about the culture of management in that particular spot that's going to pretty much dictate how everything flows. Um, Loaders at my center, like they're good. There's a lot of good ones. And just like everywhere, you have your good ones and your bad ones. As with anything, you have your good and you have your bad. Do I talk to people on the road or do I try to stay focused on the route? Yeah, I don't really talk too much when I'm on a route. Like I talk to people, but I don't talk on the phone that much. If that's what you're asking. But I do talk to customers and I have customers that's actually talk more than me, believe it or not. But I try to keep that to a minimal. But yeah, I try to focus on the route because mental distractions, it gets you off. Um, Mental distractions is just as dangerous or bad as physical distractions. So if you're actually on a phone call, you know, you're not really you're not totally focused on the road. You're not totally focused on your stops. So yeah, I think it's kind of hazardous to be on the phone. But hey, that's just me and that's just my opinion. And I don't really talk on the phone that much. Now I might take a phone call from a family member or whatever. Might be 5 or 10 minutes, but I don't stay on the phone all day while I'm working because I'm working and I do need to focus. Now I understand some people can multitask. I get it. Shouts out to you, but I try to stay focused as much as I can because we all make mistakes. I just try to minimize them. All right. All right. I'm going to share this video with you guys. And like I told you before, when we first got on, I took a pause on not talking about this video because it has a level of, I hate to say embarrassment, but it might be embarrassment to a certain degree. What's up, Nick? What's up? What's up, Nick? That's my guy. It's good to see you, big dog. So we're going to share this video. Like I said, I thought about this long and hard, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. We got this together. Make sure everything is queued up. And let's see. Here we go.
Holiday cards and packages are crisscrossing the country right now before Christmas, but a few appear to have been rerouted illegally when they got to a UPS warehouse in Mesa. 4 men accused of being more interested in making profits than making their deliveries. Fox 10's Brian Webb is live tonight with the details. It's crazy how they did this, Brian.
Well, yeah, started with a tip from Mesa Police, then led to an internal investigation. The packages were making it to the warehouse, but not to the final destination, and it may have been going on since last Christmas.
Okay, we'll stop it right there. So it's always disappointing and sad to see if someone gets walked out due to allegedly stealing packages or items. It's always sad because one, I hate for people to lose their jobs. I mean, people have families. People obviously have a job for a reason to support themselves and their dependents. But at the same time, it gives me pause when I hear and see these types of situations where people are allegedly doing things that are not within the realms of the job, if you know what I mean, right? So it's like, it's disappointing because it's with a company that I work for. And when I first seen this story, it's a couple months old, but when I seen this story, I couldn't help but to watch and see the outcome. So this is not my first time seeing this story. And some of you guys in the chat and who's watching, I'm sure some of y'all have seen this story, but I just thought I'll talk about this tonight and get different insights about what you guys think about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish playing this right quick. Here we go.
going to ask it one by one if you have any questions, starting with Mr. Large. Mr. Panasi.
What was the second charge you said it was?
So it's fraudulent schemes, which is a Class 2 felony.
What does that mean?
4 accused Grinches all in a row. They didn't have much to say in court today, but the judge said plenty.
You were all arrested on allegations of theft, control of property, which is a Class 3 felony. And then Mr. Arias and Mr. Panasi, you were also charged with one count of fraudulent schemes, a Class 2 felony.
The men are all UPS employees.
So these guys are getting felonies on their record, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to beat these charges and allegations, but yet you're willing to risk your job, and now you're going to have felonies on your record. Not saying that they're guilty, but they're definitely being accused and charged. Let's keep going.
Employees, Bo Arias, Casey Bedell, Jeremy Large, and David Panasi. They're accused of identifying expensive-looking packages inside this Mesa UPS warehouse, filled with things like electronics and other household products, switching the labels to send it to themselves, then selling the items in an operation over the past 12 months. We stopped by one of.
All right, so obviously it's a well-thought-out operation, and allegedly, these guys were allegedly making labels and putting labels on packages, maybe identifying packages that might be higher value, maybe electronics or cell phones, laptops, and so on and so forth, and putting labels on these packages and rerouting them to a location in which they would retrieve those packages and then go ahead and sell the packages. So it was an operation that was, one, well thought out, and they didn't really disclose whether these workers or drivers or like insiders, but it could be a mix of both, or it could be just all insiders. But either way, they're doing some dirty work out there, doing dirty work, and it's pretty embarrassing. It's unfortunate, and they're ruining their lives. Like I said, they'll have felonies on their record if they get convicted. So just a sad situation altogether. And like I said to you before, I paused about covering this, but I feel like it's necessary. It definitely happened. So, we'll talk about it. Let's keep going.
Their homes today in the East Valley. Is there a Bo Arias here by any chance?
Yes.
Could I talk to him about his court appearance?
And now you have your family. They have to answer the door, deal with the police. It's just all bad. Like, now you're putting your wife or your significant other or it's a family member you're putting through having to, talk to the police or, talk to the media and everybody see you based on something your family member did. So it's not only you're putting your family at risk. Now you're going to have media outside your door. It's just a bad look. It's just a bad look altogether. And this makes all of us look bad. So whether you're an insider, whether you're a driver, it doesn't matter whether you're in management, it just makes all of us look bad because we sell a service and now we're compromised, and I know there's theft everywhere. I get it. But at the same time, if we sell a service, our customers are trusting us in order to deliver the service and not steal their packages. And it's just a bad look. But, you're putting your family at risk. So now she has to make sure she watch what she says to the media because anything that's said is recorded. And so you're just putting people in a bad spot. It's sad. Let's keep going.
Appearance today? No? Nothing? Do you want to say anything? Okay. Thanks for your time. UPS wouldn't comment today either because this is an ongoing investigation. But if your package goes missing from UPS, you may be entitled to a small refund, but your best protection is to buy enough insurance to cover the cost of the item. Live in Phoenix, Brian Webb, Fox.
All right, we good on that. So that's the video. That's the video I wanted to share with you guys and give my thoughts. And, ultimately, my thing is this. And we talked about this on a previous live stream as far as, people doing unsavory things. And if this is not really your thing, this is not really your line of work, just quit or, find something else. But, people, not everybody, there are some people that apply for these jobs and they get in these positions in order to have access to certain things. And they use that and abuse the trust and they end up getting caught up in something bad. So like I said, it's a black eye for all of us, because I was on my route when this story broke, and then one of my customers, he kind of was like, "Oh, hey man, you heard about that situation in Phoenix? I want to say it's a Phoenix area. Hey, you heard about that situation in Phoenix where the guys was doing these with the labels and stuff like that?" I said, "Well, I haven't heard of anything, but it doesn't sound good." Then I did some research and then found out what was going on, but um, yeah, it's just it's a stain, it's a black eye. It's not right. And like I talked about on the other live stream, I talked about integrity and honesty. And I mean, like some people might laugh and joke, like, "Oh, well, I don't need to do nothing but, deliver these packages." Well, nah, like you actually have to have integrity. I mean, for yourself at least, right? And be honest. I mean, this is not your property, and, it's not yours. Like you don't steal, And so, like, it's sad because I've dealt with this. I knew a driver personally that got walked out, and it wasn't good for him. It wasn't good for the center. It wasn't good for anybody, right? It's just a bad look. It's unfortunate, and I hope we see less of this. Um, but I'm not really confident that we will. It's just, I don't know. There's no way to stop this. And people are gonna do what they do, and we're all humans, so we're gonna make mistakes, but some make bigger mistakes than others. So I thought I'd share that with you guys, and let me see what you guys think about this. Let me dive into the live chat and see what y'all talking about. All right, we're gonna have to go back a little bit because there's a lot of you in here. We appreciate. What up, Carter? It's my guy Carter in here on a Sunday night. I know you traveled this weekend, big dog. What's up, David? Nick, always representing. We appreciate it, Nick. I deliver 728. Oh, that's in your building? Oh man. That sucks. So you might have some insight that we're not familiar with. So hey, let us know. Sleeper Lex that happened at your hub. Oh man, y'all in the same place. That's crazy. These are two supervisors. Oh, all supervisors, two full-time, two part-time. All the news failed to mention that. Yeah, so yeah, the news, and I find that a lot with news stories, especially with videos that's put on YouTube or even stories straight from the channel. The details a lot of times is sketchy, you know what I mean? Like you might see situations where they say, "Oh, what is a UPS driver?" And it's somebody in regular street clothes with a helper vest, right? Well, that's not a UPS driver, but yeah, the news, a lot of times the media is a little spotty with their information. But here at Brick Dot Media, here we trying to give you guys the facts. And so, like, I didn't know for sure. So this is what I Deliver 728 said. They're all supervisors, two full-time, two part-time. And so they're all insiders. And they had this operation going to where they were slapping labels on random packages that they might deem as high value electronics or whatnot, and getting those rerouted to these other locations to where they could retrieve the packages. I mean, a lot of planning, a lot of, premeditation, and hey, printing those labels up, getting locations and all of that stuff. It's amazing what kind of things that we put our efforts in, and try to get over on certain systems and things where we can actually do good and be productive and constructive. But yet, some people, they tend to engage and put a lot of time. See, it's a lot of time and effort in this, right? And they put a lot of time and effort into do stuff, like I said, that's unsavory to everybody, you know? Um, yeah, I saw the light. He said never steal, especially from the hand that feeds you. Yeah, just don't steal at all. Like, I just don't feel right having stuff that I haven't worked hard for. And that's just me. And that might sound corny to some people. I don't care. But if I have it, I worked hard for it. I don't want it. I really don't like gifts like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're giving it to me. But if it's items or anything that I don't work hard for to retrieve and achieve myself, I really don't want it. And like the people that know me, they'll tell you it's hard for me to take gifts, because like I don't feel like I deserve it most of the time. What up? What up? Got Carter in the house. What's up, Carter? It's my guy. Nick says you're right about talking on the phone when you're working. I don't do it either. Yeah, man, it's hard because you having a conversation, whether it's a good or bad conversation, you thinking about what the person is saying, you thinking about how to respond to them, and so you might pass up a stop. You might not grab all the pieces in a bag. You might not have prepared for the next 5 stops, like because you're thinking about the conversation, especially if it's a deep conversation. You know, definitely a distraction. Mental distractions are dangerous. You know, Darren Jarvis, 30 years and have never had that in our building in Missouri. Yeah, we had this one guy. I knew him directly, and it's unfortunate he was doing those types of things, and it took him a while, to kind of get him out of there. But it was stuff coming up missing from certain places, and it took LP a long time to kind of get him out of there. But eventually, after some years, because it was a group, in that group, it was a few people was terminated from that group, but it wasn't the whole group, if you know what I mean. And so the people that were left over, they were still engaging in those acts, and it took them some years to get them out of there. But yeah, it's sad because you can have 100 buildings that it doesn't happen at, then you have those 2 buildings that it runs rampant, and it's just like it just puts a bad stain on the company. And I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, they could pay the claims and they could do this and do that." It's not about that. It's about your reputation. If you ship stuff, you have a business and you ship stuff and you know that a certain company, your stuff might not make it to your customers, you might not want to ship with them anymore. That's just the way it is. So if you're a business owner, you understand what I'm saying. But there's a lot of people that's not business owners, so they won't get it. But they may say, "Oh, well, UPS got a lot of money and they can pay whatever they have to pay," but that doesn't give people the right to take what's not theirs. It just doesn't make sense. Let me just come and take money from you. If you have a business, let me just take this that you're not budgeting for because, I feel like it or I don't want to work for it. It's not right. It's just not right. Hey, Cass. Hey, girl. Waving at us. We appreciate you for modding. Chill guy said, never met a sort lead that had a soul. Man, that's rough. That's rough. A big part of the job, in my opinion, whether you're a sort lead, whether you a part-time suit, full-time suit, manager, on road, driver, loader, it doesn't matter. Is being a person where, somebody could walk up to, you know, and say, "Hey, good morning," and it's reciprocated, and you don't have to worry about people giving you attitude. You don't have to worry about people, want to rip your head off. It's just like, be kind to others. That's like regular stuff. Like, I don't understand you working without a soul. It's just like it's like empty. But people be going through stuff. I get it, but that's a wild statement right there, chill guy. But I believe you. I do believe you. That's crazy. Okay, so Darren Jarvis said our supervisors are good people, but they get treated like trash. Oh, y'all may ask why I'm rubbing my head, why I'm huffing and puffing. That comment right there. And you know what? I don't cape for anybody. I cape for myself. I'm my biggest fan, but I'm going to tell you something, Darren. I see that as well. And I'm not the only one. You see it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that see it. They could be good people. they here to work just like we are. And I mean, that could be a whole nother conversation, right? But they here to work just like we are. And I do think a lot of times they get a bad rap because they have to follow what their job or what their managers dictate for them to do. And so a lot of times they get a bad rap. So getting treated like trash, I see that on a daily. And the union protections, I don't care. We're gonna talk how we feel on Brick Dot Media. We're not gonna pull words. We're not gonna mince words. We're not gonna hesitate. We're not gonna pull back because this is what we do. All right. The union protections, it gives the drivers the opportunity to kind of say what they want to say for the most part. I hear it all the time, right? But on the other side, management level, on road, full time, part time, like, even inside soups, they get treated like trash, like they get talked to wrong. But at the same time, like the minute one of those pieces of management, go off on a driver or something like that, you get paperwork flying left and right. We all know this, right? And so I see it all the time, and I'm like, dang. But it's never going to be equal. It's never going to be even. It's never going to be fair. I get it. Life's not fair. But at the same time, the whole part get treated like trash. That happens a lot. And it's one way for the most part. Now, some might argue and say, no, management. Okay, you can have your opinion. I have mine. And mine is, I see that all the time. It's only certain things they could say, they can't say. And it kind of, a lot of times, their hands are tied. And they can't say how they feel. And, but yet we can say how we feel. Just last week, you have some members of management that are vocal. They will push it to the limit. And you have some that they choose not to go that way, right? And I get it. I understand. And those ones that choose not to engage, choose not to make enemies, so to speak, right? They're real conservative. And so they get it bad because you're going to have people that want to take advantage of that. And I see it all the time. People are going to push limits wherever they feel like they can. And not everybody, of course. It will never be everybody. But I see people push limits wherever they feel like they can. And it's those ones that make those boundaries. To me, they get the most respect and the trash talk. But yeah, you're right about that, Darren Jarvis. They could be good, but they're going to get a bad rap and they're going to get treated like trash. And there's not much that they can do. Yep. Richard Snyder, salute. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the support. Say he really likes the integrity that we're addressing this terrible subject. Yeah, it's and I still have it on my screen right here, and just not good. It's just not good. I feel bad. I had a package. It was a cell phone. Just like 2 weeks ago. And it didn't make it. The seal was broke. The box was loaded on my truck. The seal was broke, and I seen the seal broke. But, like I felt the contents. It felt like something was, still in it. But I wasn't sure. So I bring it over to the customer, and, the phone was gone. The charger was still there. I felt so bad because that's their phone, And it was a business. Like, so, the reception, she was cool. She's like, oh, well, don't worry about it. So, I took pictures and, sent it to my supervisor, and, we had a conversation, right? But, it's just like business as usual, but it shouldn't be. And I genuinely felt bad for the customer, even though it's not her phone, but it was for a guy that works with the company. But it's just like, it just looks bad. Of course, I didn't take it, but it just looks bad on the company. It's like, dang, But not sure when it happened, but it was loaded like that. And just like, man, I had a shower door, and I think it was like the whole enclosure. It was like a 150-pound shower door, and it was loaded on my truck, and it was broken. So I didn't even know it was broken. So I get to the stop right out the air. I pull up to the house, and I realize, it was glasses, pieces of glass that's coming out the corner of the package, and I was like, oh, it's broke. Why am I taking this to heart? I mean, stuff happens. Those heavy packages, they get damaged. We all know that. But I just felt bad because they doing renovations in their house and the shower door is broken. I'm trying to deliver it and it's broke. Of course, I didn't deliver it, brought it back to the hub. But, you know, even though I didn't do it, I felt bad for the customer. Likewise with the phone. I didn't take it, but I felt bad because now they got to wait a couple more days to get another phone. But, you know, it's unfortunate. And I say that word a lot because, like I said, I still have it up on my screen. And I really can't believe that people are willing to do that. I believe it, but it's still like, damn, really? So you're gonna risk? Okay, these these full-time supervisors. I mean, you know, like they in good position to move up if they really wanted to. We all know that, and you willing to risk it? I don't understand it. Now they got a felony if they get convicted, which they probably will be convicted. Now they have a felony. Now it's gonna follow you throughout your life, and it's just like, for what? For some electronics that you had to sell for a lesser price than you originally would buy it at the store for. It's like, just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Hey, thanks for all the likes, guys. Thanks for all the likes. Let's hop into the live chat. Where we stopped at. Okay. All right, Cass. Life becomes much easier when you give grace. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, it feels great for me. Look, I don't care. If I go into work, I tell everybody good morning. Everybody I see, good morning. If you choose not to say good morning, that's fine with me. I don't run into that, but I'm just saying, like, it's cool. My day is going to be good no matter what. But, life is what you make it, guys. Y'all know that. Life is what you make it. Bobby, a Buller, is it Buller? All right, we'll call you Bobby. How many stops per hour is ideal? Well, that varies. That varies. If you have a resi route, most likely it's tight, 20 to 25 stops is probably ideal. If you have some businesses mixed in there, after all is said and done, if you have some resis too with the businesses, I mean, probably maybe it depends on how heavy the businesses are. Anywhere between maybe 13 or 14 stops per hour to up to like 18 if you have a lot of businesses. Those business stops going to take a little long because you're pulling out the dolly, you have multiple pieces, you're going up to the third floor in the elevator in the office buildings, or like I have a grocery store on my route. They're always getting 20, 25 boxes. So, it takes a few minutes for that stop versus me just hopping out and running to a door and coming back to the truck. So it kind of just depends, but the more resis you have, the more condensed resis you have, 20, 25 stops per hour, I think it's a good pace. Yeah, Nick said it depends on the route. That's right. Yeah, so Nick said he do like 15 per hour on his current route. On my current route, I do about 15 to 16 per hour. But in the mornings when I'm doing straight businesses, it's more like 12, until I get those finished and I'm hopping in my residence, then we kind of ramping up a little faster than that. So yeah. Oh yeah, Nick, you go over 100 miles, man. Ooh, Nick, on Thursday I did 48 miles, bro. I did 48 miles. I range between 45 and 52 miles a day. Tomorrow I probably do 45. It'll be like tomorrow. Last route was 22 to 23. So Cass says shipping a shower door is insane. Like it's 50-50 that it won't break during transport. Yeah, because it's heavy. It was 150 pounds, maybe more than that. But yeah. And I rarely struggle with large packages, but I struggle with that one because it was really, really wide. And of course it was long and it was heavy. So the weight is all over the place. So it's just, harder to handle in those cases. But yeah, so they reshipped it. It was damaged on a Thursday and they reshipped it. And I got it that following Wednesday. I got it back and they reshipped it and I delivered it undamaged. And so I'm sure they were happy. So I was happy too. That was a good thing. Bobby said, do you ever underperformance chart is accurate? I don't know what that means. Or maybe type that again. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, a lot tighter means a lot more stops per hour. Absolutely. No pickups. Oh, you don't have to break off for pickups? Yeah, I typically have no pickups too. I have pickups, but they like two of them. I'm not really breaking off that much. The way I run, I don't have to break off, so it's cool. Nick said, Cass looks hot. She look hot. They won't let you click on it. Yeah, YouTube, they won't let you zoom in. I'm not sure if Cass has a channel. She might. I don't know. I don't know if she has a channel. Yeah, so this issue is going to always be an issue. Always going to be an issue. We just have to hope that it's not. But look, we already know it's costing customers. We already know that. It's just that this is not a good time to lose customers based on they want to move away from United Parcel because they can't trust that their package will get to their customer without, being taken or rerouted, right? And so a lot of people, they talk about management, the CEO and all of that stuff, right? I get it. Some people frustrated, right? I get it. But at the same time, like this is a problem too, And so like the image of the company is at stake. And so, but that's an issue. And so all I'm gonna say is this, and we talked about and we made videos on this channel about the dislike for the CEO and all that other type of stuff. So for those people that go really, really extra hard, for decisions that they see that they don't agree with, they're like, oh my gosh, why are we doing this? Okay, I get it. I understand you frustrated. I understand you don't like the vision. Okay, cool. But keep that same energy when it comes to stuff like this, in my opinion, because like this matters too. And this is stuff that's happening right next to you. This is not at the executive level. This like right next to you, possibly literally next to you. So I say keep that same energy. So the joke, hey, I need some feedback. Everybody that's in here, I need some feedback on the video. You guys liking me bringing up a video so we can talk about, because I kind of like doing that. And we could do this. We could do this at least once a week. Bring up a video, maybe 2 or 3, and we'll chop it up. It's always going to be either delivery topics are related, maybe even some some crash trucking stuff, maybe dealing with with a little bit of safety or stuff like that. But hey, let me know if y'all like this format. If y'all like this, we can do this once a week. We can actually do this on every Sunday, but let me know. But because I like doing this. Hope it's not always this negative, but we still have to address these topics because it affects all of us. All right. Anybody in the house with any questions for me? Any requests? Any feedback? We open to everything. I saw the light. Say, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, and so we're gonna do it because I know you'll definitely be here consistently. You have been here consistently, and we appreciate loyalty. So we'll make sure we get that for you guys. We had the content ready for you, and we can also do polls as well. I could put up a poll in the chat and see what you guys think about certain things too. All right. All right. It's Sunday night. You know what? We could be back tomorrow. We have some other topics that we do want to address this week. Absolutely. So we'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great start to your week, and I appreciate everything. Hey, share the stream and share the video. We appreciate everybody for being here, and we'll see you on the next video, next live stream. Oh, yeah. By the way, one more thing before I leave. We dropped a video today about another video, so check that out if you haven't checked that out yet. Check it out. Leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment and share it with whoever you want to share it with. All right. Jordeezy say, should I talk to a female on a route? Okay, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're asking. Should you talk to her? And I'm assuming that you're not talking about literally just having a conversation with you. It sounds like you may be talking about maybe get into a relationship or attempt to get into a relationship with her. I think that's what you're asking. So all right, I'm gonna just assume that you are. All right. So this is not a relationship channel, but I'm certified to give you good advice should you talk to a female on the route. Are they at one of your customers? That matters. If they work on the route, if you visit there frequently, just think about it like this, right? If anything goes wrong, right? Let's say y'all get involved or whatnot. And like I said, it's not a relationship channel, but I'm certified to answer this question. All right. So just bear with me. If anything goes wrong, just think about what that looks like. All right. If that's your route, your bid route, you're going to be on there for the next year or so. Just think about if things go wrong and how that look. You know, you might have to do just make sure she's not crazy. And I know crazy is subjective, but I'm not sure if there's a test you can find online on Google so she can take maybe like a multiple choice. I don't know. But if things go awry and you're stuck on that route, how is that going to affect you doing your job? Because you don't want that to get to a bad situation where you have to see this person every day and you don't want to see this person every day. And they know where you work, right? You got to be careful with that. And they know how to access you. So that might not be the safest thing, if you know what I mean, right? So just think about that. If you cool with that, I say go for it. And make sure she's not married. Make sure she ain't got a guy. You might even have to make sure that her boss doesn't like her. You know what I'm saying? Because you get involved in that, that might be a problem. People could do anything. People could say anything like, hey, our UPS guy is spending too much time talking to one of our workers. That might be a problem as well. So you need to think about all of those things. But my advice would be make sure they're not involved with anybody, of course, and don't spend no time at their job, you know, trying to have conversation with them. But it's dangerous because they know where you work and they know how to get you. And if she get mad at you, they could take the angle as far as like, well, our UPS driver did this and you didn't do anything wrong. So it might be a little dangerous. Okay, so I saw the light. He said it's not worth it. He says plenty of fish in the sea. So I saw the light. He's basically telling you, right? He's giving you advice. He might be qualified too. He's telling you just keep on swimming. Like they used to say on what was that? Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. He's saying just keep swimming and swim to the other part of the lake or the sea and find you another fish. That's what he's saying. I'm not going to say I disagree with him, but he might be credible. I'm saying you got to be careful. I hope that's sufficient. We may or may not start a relationship channel. But thank you for the question. Yeah, just always just think about, yeah, you could be putting your job at risk, but just always think about worst case scenario. I don't think we think about worst case scenarios enough. I automatically jump to worst case scenarios with anything I think about or try to figure out whether I should do it or not. I think about worst case scenarios because obviously it's real. And so I don't think we think about worst case scenarios enough. But if you're comfortable with it and you're taking risk with your job and all of that stuff, possible risk with your job and possible risk, they know where you work, you know. Okay, so so Kaz trying to turn this into a relationship channel. She asking who in here has met someone on their route, any love connections? Well, somebody trying to make a love connection, but he having a little hesitation. Oh, Nick said, oh, she work at HEB? She work at HEB, Nick? Oh, so Nick's asking you if you have an HEB on your route. Oh, me? Or do I? Or does Jardeezy? Oh, what's up with HEB? Are they like extra prospects at HEB or something? Well, I don't have one on my route. I have one close to my house, but I don't have one on my route. I have a Sprouts. So any love connections? So Cass asked the question, any love connections? Anybody met anybody on the route? And people love you on your route? I guess that's a no. Or nobody want to admit to it, which is cool. But my route got a lot of nice people. Yeah, they all cool. My route's pretty cool. Chill, everybody chill. Okay, so Richard Snyder, we got a hit. We got a hit. We got a hit Richard. He said he met his wife on a package car route in North Carolina. We're working on 34 years of marriage and our third granddaughter is on the way. Congratulations. You know what? Hold on. We gotta do something. Mm-mm. I couldn't find my darn sound effects. Is that loud enough? Shouts out to Richard. Shouts out to Richard. The third granddaughter is a blessing. Nice. So I deliver 728 said drivers be in their trucks all alone all day thinking of the possibilities. The possibilities of what? Oh, so Cass said a UPS guys at work has a don't talk to me face. Man, look, they probably stressed out. Um, but job is stressful, but you can still say hi. I mean, you ain't gotta sit there and talk to people, but I mean, I guess it works for him because, he give you the don't talk to me face, and so, people don't talk. And so he's probably getting what he wants. But, man, I can't help but talk to people. Like it's hard. I think one of the guys almost got in trouble on my route the other day. I think I almost got him in trouble. Um, like I gave him a dap. I said, "All right, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow, this and that." And so he was just like, "Oh yeah, man." I think he brought up something about Super Bowl or a football game or something like that. I forgot what it was, but and then we was talking like another 2 or 3 minutes, and then his boss called him. It's like, "Oh man, you gonna load that truck?" He said, "Oh man, I gotta go." I'm like, he was about to get in trouble, but I was trying to let the guy work, but he kept talking. So, okay, so Cass said she saw him eating chips, so maybe snacks work. Well, maybe y'all got to try to give him some snacks. Maybe that's what he want. He don't know how to ask for it. Maybe that's what it is. So, any other love connections? She trying to turn this into. Hey, y'all remember that show Love Connection back in that was in the 90s, in the 80s? I forgot when that was. Yeah, I'm an 80s baby, but I remember that show Love Connection. Yeah. So Jordeezy, um, yeah, give him water. But Jordeezy, man, you have anybody in mind? You trying to talk to a female on your route? Be careful, man. Just be careful, man. A lot of times, and like I said, this is not a relationship channel, but I'm gonna say this, right? A lot of times when guys get in trouble, there's a female involved. I'm just saying. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times. So just watch your back. Tread lightly, Jordan. Tread lightly, bro. We can match him with someone. Uh, who? Match who with who? Oh, we got somebody in the back somewhere? What's going on here? What's going on? All right, so Richard said a big problem in our building over the years was drivers thinking that they knew a female customer better than what the female customer thought of their relationship. Dang. What? Hold on, hold on, hold on. A big problem in our building over the years was drivers thinking that they knew a female customer better than what the female customer thought of their relationship. Oh man. So you saying, all right, so you saying, Richard, that the driver was up here thinking one thing, thinking that they about to get married and stuff, and then the female at the customer, they was like, Oh, that's just the UPS driver right there. Is that what you're saying? Oh, then they'll call in. So okay, so see that's where it's going too far. Now they calling in on you, right? Dang. Did the driver buy the ring already? Oh, was he was already making plans? Man. At that point, the female customer call will pick up the telephone and call in. And that's when the shit hit the fans, man. Okay. So this is noteworthy. All right. So look, I saw the light. He bringing up some really, really good tips, advice, and tips. All right. She could be friendly because you the UPS man, and it's nothing more than that. That's good advice. It's good advice. And so we're not saying Jordeezy, we're not saying that you over here thinking is more than what it is. All we saying is that, you know, sometimes people might be a little more radiant than everybody else and a little more, a little friendly, and it might be just like regular friendly. I mean, then again, she might be really into you, but you gotta tread lightly, bro. You gotta tread lightly. Gotta tread lightly. Okay. So Richard said he was making lewd. The dude was making lewd comments. Then she picked up the phone. That's what I'm saying. So anything you say could be used against you. It's not just when you get arrested or whatever. If they say like, "Hey, the driver came in here talking crazy," it wasn't anything about the packages or anything business related. They came in here saying, making certain harassment comments. Even if you didn't do it, they call it in the corporate, it looks bad. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with that. Look, and that's why I just limit your interactions and stuff like that, and just be careful. So like anybody could say anything at any time. So you got to be careful with that. He said that's exactly the defense the package drivers would use most of the time. Man, it's rough. Hey, I try to keep it surface level. Look, I walk up in there, I'll be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like I'm not trying to get into no kind of, you know what I'm saying? You can't misconstrue anything that I'm saying because we're going to keep it surface level. We're going to keep it basic. Yeah. Look, I'm not using no big words, no none of that. Shit, we talking like we in pre-K, you know what I'm saying? Hello, I have a package for you, number 4. Yeah, we're going to keep it basic. Oh, they was trying to deliver an unwanted package. Oh man. Yeah, like certain packages just might just have to keep to yourself, man, depending on the situation. Yeah, and it's safer like that. It's safer. It's definitely safer like that. All right, this stream went from people taking packages to people want to give packages. So like we don't came a long way. So like I said, look, if y'all want us to start the relationship channel, we can, you know. Um we can we can, we can do that. If that's what y'all want, we can do that. Or, you know, look, one night, I don't know what night we could, turn the lights down a little lower you know, and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, just kind of, set the mood. Maybe do some red lights instead of blue lights. We can do that too. But I saw the light. I see the light. Yeah. You was right about that. Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. 100%. All right, guys. So look, we dropped a video today. It's about another video that we thought was interesting. And so you check that out. It's a 6-minute long video. I give my thoughts on it, and it's on the channel. So check it out right now. And okay, okay, all right. So Cass say invite your wives. So invite your wives, and I mean, even if you want to invite, the girls on your route. I'm joking, but invite your wives. Wait, hold on. About to get off the live stream, but I don't know. Richard coming with the heat. Okay, so Richard said we had a driver who knocked up a retail customer. Small problem. He had a wife and 3 kids at home. And that's why I was telling Jordeezy, man, you trying to pursue somebody, you know what? That's not funny, but we had to give the bada boom, right? But look, and that's why we tell Jordeezy, and that's why I said to Jordeezy, say, look, make sure if you trying to do something, if you trying to pursue somebody, make sure they're not married, and make sure they ain't got a dude, right? And make sure that they boss or they supervisor doesn't like them. So there's a lot of stuff you got to check off, but it's like that right there, yeah, that's crazy. Not the retail, not the Kohl's worker or the Walmart worker or man. All right, so we trying to end the live stream, and Cass in here. All right, Cass, did you drink a Red Bull tonight? He trying to get us in here for another hour. Look, I'm with it. I still got energy, but if y'all want to close it out, we close it out. But if Cass trying to get in here, look, she trying to get y'all wives in here. She's trying to get y'all wives in here, and she's trying to find out if y'all have any UPS maybe babies. I don't know if that's intentional to rhyme like that, but it sounds hot. But what's a maybe baby? It's a maybe baby. Well, it's a baby, right? But it's like maybe yours, maybe not. Is that what that is? I don't know. I never heard. Well, I heard of that before, but I don't know exactly what it is. She's throwing a curveball right now. I don't know. Y'all check out that video, and if y'all want to have a red light night on a random day out of the week, y'all let me know. All right. Hey, send me an email, breakedouteveryday@gmail.com. All right. And we'll try to accommodate y'all request. All right. So look, thanks for being here, Bomb Squad. We appreciate everything, the support, the likes, the conversation, and we will see you guys very soon. Very soon. All right. Breakdown Media salute. We out of here.